everyone, welcome back. It is Wednesday. It's time for another wrestling review, our third of the week this week. Go back and watch Noah on Monday, Ring of Honor on Tuesday, and stay tuned for tomorrow because tomorrow's our NXT review. We are still going through all our shows we watched through WrestleMania week. And don't worry, next week you'll get our Windy City review. So that is coming as well. So before we get into our review, with me once again, we have the man who reviews movies, TV shows, wrestling, Campo.Reviews, back on the show one more time. Make sure you also like this video, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Make sure you ring that bell for notifications so you know when all our wrestling reviews are dropping, because it's been a busy week and I hope you appreciate the effort we put in. So today we are doing Stardom's American Dream, not to be confused with Dusty Rhodes, baby, the American Dream.
Fight for your right, America.
He's a man.
No,
Dream.
no. Okay.
Well,
Hi.
hi, our first Stardom event in North America.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they should do it more often.
Yep, because they had this happened the night before Ring of Honor, and then they had a lot of the stars from this show on Ring of Honor as well.
And then they also had a lot of the stars from the show on Windy City Riot. Stardom is making a push. They're scared of the Hatman era.
Yep, the Hatman era, who we'll talk about in tomorrow's episode.
But they are scared of Hat Guy and what's coming. So they have held no punches. Stardom is going all in to every single American company they can possibly get in on. They're
really going hard on their partnership with New Japan and Ring of Honor / AEW.
Yeah, and TNA, they're going to show up on everything. They have to, because they gotta stay relevant, and it's about time, because they deserve to be seen, because they are fantastic.
Yes, absolutely, I agree with that. This was nice. It was half the card it normally is,
which is good. By the way, do you have your Timmy's notepad?
Yeah, Timmy's open.
Okay,
Timmy's
you gotta
right
make
here.
sure you're taking notes.
Yeah, absolutely, because there's something that happened on the show, moment of the year almost. Possibly.
We got to start writing things down, because we forgot all of them last year, which is not like
us. Yeah, that's why we hired Timmy.
We pay him in dog food.
He eats out of the same bowl my fake cat eats out of.
Because the cat doesn't actually eat anything, because he's the cat.
Timmy is the cat, yes. So we'll get right into the show. Our first match of the night, it's for the High Speed Championship. Saki Kashima against Miyashira and Ram Kaicho. Never seen Ram Kaicho before.
Bo Rancho?
Wasn't he the dude from Mortal Kombat?
No, it's the guy from Dead or Alive.
No, he was Mortal Kombat. Bo Rancho.
Isn't it Dead or Alive?
He was Mortal Kombat.
Both?
I don't know, maybe.
Timmy. Hey, no, not now. Put it in post. All right, Timmy, let us know in post. Anyways, back to the topic at hand.
Fun little match. Little quick match. Nothing too crazy. Fast paced.
Yeah, well, it should be.
High Speed Championship and all.
They gave him the belt back. Okay, so spoilers.
Kashima wins.
And didn't she just have the belt prior to this, or maybe 2 people ago?
2 people ago, yeah. But Miyashira is one of the girls that's rumored to leave.
Well, that could be why.
With Hat Guy.
Which I guess that's fine. And I mean, this was a solid match overall. It was kind of just, there was a little bit too much going on.
Yeah.
But it's
and the audio. Oh my god, the audio.
Oh, we didn't even start. So let's just talk about the audio period. It's really bad. And
Emily May did her intro and it sounded fine. Emily May's audio was good, but when they handed it over to Veda, and who was on the commentary with Veda?
I think it's Ian Fake Riccofoni.
Oh, Fake Riccofoni. Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's who it is. I don't know for sure, because I couldn't hear anything they were saying.
Yeah.
The guy, I could hear Veda, but I could not hear the guy at all.
Yeah, it was really bad, the audio.
And there's audio issues at Windy City Riot, so just prepare yourself. But similar, this is a thing I've noticed, and like, we didn't like someone specific at first. And over time, she got progressively better. But over the last couple of events, man, Veda Scott needs to shut up. She never, ever, ever, ever stops talking. And like, I'm sorry I'm coming off rude here, but it's so frustrating. You can't hear
Yeah.
any intros. You can't, I mean, thank you
You
that
can hear the intros on this
the
one.
intros in this are boomingly loud, which I loved. But she doesn't ever stop talking. She talks over all the intros. She talks over all the finales of the matches when people are
Yep.
celebrating. It's just nonstop talking.
It feels like she doesn't like having dead air.
But and the stuff
It's
she's
not
talking about
dead
is
air though.
irrelevant.
Yeah.
And you'll see it at Windy City Riot. You will not hear any intros because they're so quiet, the music, and she talks over
Okay, so you've
everything.
you've watched Windy City then?
I've completed it.
Okay. I have
But
not.
that will come back when we get there.
Yeah. But I mean, so Kashima wins. She is your new high-speed champion.
And good on you.
Yeah. She's
Um,
one of the ones that's staying.
she is one of the ones that's thing, and I guess they're banking on her. She's not young, but she's not like
No.
she's still in the prime of her career, and they've
Yeah.
always kind of liked her because they've given her a decent
Yeah,
push.
she's only 30.
Yeah, I believe she's in God's Eye. I'm not 100%.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so it was fine.
Yeah. With that, we'll go into our next match. It is a six-woman tag match. Black Desire members Momo Watanabe and the Starlight Kid. So returning Momo Watanabe. She was hurt for a while, wasn't she?
I believe so, and
Yeah.
it's really starting to bother me. The Azumi haircut
Okay. And
because they
Stephanie
look
Vecker against Queen's Quest Azumi, Saya Kimatani, and brand new Cameron Branny. Branny?
so you don't notice it here with Azumi, but at Ring of Honor,
The hair?
Azumi looks like Momo Watanabe, like
Yeah.
exactly like her. She even changed her ring gear, and it looks like
And her
Momo
hair.
Watanabe.
Yeah.
It's so weird. Like I don't understand why they did that. Um,
Gotta say though, I like heel Azumi better than babyface Azumi.
Also, just for anyone who doesn't know, sorry, I never got to say this.
Yeah.
In the last match, Ram Kaicho, who
Hmm.
I don't know if she works for Stardom. She is a champion in Spark Joshi.
Hmm.
Um,
I think she's independent. She works with Ice Ribbon as well.
okay, so but right now she is the Spark Joshi Pacific champion.
Hmm.
Who, funny enough, the inaugural world champion for them, Spark Joshi, is Billy Starks.
Yeah, because it's an American company, isn't it?
I think so. It's Japanese American.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's neither here nor there. I just thought that was
Yeah.
information people might want to know.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, but I mean, it was good to see Momo back. Starlight Kid, she's someone who should really be pushed in the US audience, especially if she's sticking around with Stardom. She's someone that needs to.
She is not high enough up on the card. I'm sorry.
Who, Starlight?
Yeah, she's just always in these matches.
Yeah.
When's the last time you remember her having a really meaningful singles match?
I haven't seen Starlight Kid since we started doing reviews. I don't think we've seen a single Starlight Kid match.
Just a singles match, right?
Hmm.
It's crazy to me that
Yeah.
she's so ready to go and you keep giving the high speed
And same thing with
championship.
Shuri. Shuri's another one that's
Yeah,
always
but
in.
Shuri is a monster and we know that already. She's proven it.
Yeah.
Starlight Kid literally wins nothing ever.
Yeah.
Why doesn't she have a shot at the high speed?
Artist to Stardom, something.
Like anything.
Yeah. I don't know.
Digress.
I digress. But Starlight Kid does get the win in this, though. They do they get the win. And then Azumi does her little temper tantrum thing at the end too. Like I said,
Who was on Azumi's team?
Azumi was Kamatani and that Cameron Branny.
So yeah, before we finish this, I want to talk about
No, I'm not
Cameron.
finished with it yet, but yeah.
Cameron. So we were watching highlights of it today because it shows clips of it because there's a Azumi versus Vakur match, Windy City, but great match. Anyways, the she doesn't fit in with this. There's five really high caliber wrestlers and then some random girl that no one's ever heard of.
Tall, lanky that nobody's ever seen. Yeah.
And she's not necessarily a bad wrestler. I don't mean to say that, but
No.
she doesn't keep up with them, and her length makes it difficult for her to do the things that the other girls are doing. And
It's like when Strong was trying to push Trisha Adora. She doesn't fit in yet.
she doesn't, and but Trisha Adora is actually already a decent wrestler,
Yeah,
right? So we know what that's all about. It's her the length of Cameron makes her awkward because she has to like lean into things for them to be able to
yeah.
do the moves. So it's like not only does she have to be in the spot set up for them, but she also has to go into
Lean
their
into
moves
it.
for
Yeah,
them. So it's like, why is this girl helping them do their move? It's
yeah.
like it feels weird, but that is what it is.
Especially in a team against Vakur, Watanabe, and Starlight Kid, and even Izumi. Like they're all like top
Yeah.
tier.
Even the other girl, what's her name, is established.
Kamatani.
Yeah, Kamatami's really established.
Yeah,
Anyways, Vakur is fantastic.
yeah.
Um,
That was the right choice to give her the Strong Women's Championship.
I am so high on her right now. I'm sorry that I ever doubted you back in the days,
Hmm.
but like she's so good. Like
Yeah.
honestly, with Julia not doing anything, with Shuri being sidelined, Trish Tiffy Stratton's not really doing anything right
No,
now.
she took a pinfall on Friday to
Um,
Naomi.
Jamie Hayter's not here right
Yeah,
now. Stephanie McCour might be the best female wrestler in the world.
I could make an argument for that. I can make an argument for that.
As of
Absolutely.
this point,
I would.
Tony Storm is pretty close.
Yeah, I mean, I would even put Rhea Ripley up there too.
Rhea
She's
Ripley's
the
up there, but I
Yeah.
think Stephanie's a triple champion right now in different companies.
Let's see what Bailey can do before the list comes out.
Oh yeah, for sure. We're still early in the year. I'm saying as of this
Yeah.
point because there's a few people you could point at too, right? Like Megan Bain is looking really good.
Yeah, but let's see what Megan Bain can do.
She needs to win a title.
Yeah, she needs to win, period.
Yeah, that's true.
She hasn't won. She's like 0-5 in the last 5 matches or something like that.
Yeah.
She took the loss to Julia. She took the loss to Vakur. She took the loss to, well, we'll talk about Meg.
She's up there though, and the women that we just named, and then I would
Yeah.
maybe say Mina Shirakawa has been really good too.
Yeah. She's been all over the place. Yeah, I agree with that. But we're going to go into our next match. Willow Nightingale and Saki against God's Eye members, the aforementioned Shuri and Konami, not to be confused with the guys who make Metal Gear.
Yeah, I thought her name is literally Konami.
Konami, yeah.
I thought I was hearing things. I had to Google it, and I was like, "Oh, that's what they're saying."
Her name.
Um, Konami. Sorry,
But I mean, this was good. I didn't mind this match either.
Yeah, this was a good match. Willow is very dependable.
Mm-hmm. She's a serviceable, like she's not in that category we were talking like Vakur and all that,
Yeah.
but she's making her way up there too.
She's not in the elite level of female wrestlers, but she can elevate a match. So, like, where we talk bad about Becky Lynch here and there, like Becky Lynch is fine. Don't get me wrong. But Willow can wrestle with a not good wrestler and elevate the match where some other people need to be with a good wrestler to put on a good match.
She reminds me of what Bailey was back in NXT when she was the hugger character.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's a fun character.
She's not as silly as as Bailey was. Like all wrestling outside of WWE is very not child centric. Like there are characters that are more youthful, at least projected towards that, like your Julia Harts and your Sky Blues and stuff. Like I know they're darker characters, but you could see the audience they're aiming
like
at.
the 19 to 25
they're looking at
goths.
teen stuff, right? But like WWE is literally pushing for like children.
Yeah.
However, Willow is really good, and you can put her in anything, and the match will almost be good. Like, it's almost a guarantee.
She has not let me down. I'm looking forward to the Willow Julia match.
I really, really, really hope
Julia retains.
No,
you want Willow to win?
Oh no, Willow is gonna win.
Okay,
I want Julia to win because I still really believe in her, but I think it's time to move the storyline on, and I know Willow's going to win because they want to put Willow against Sasha Banks. That's the whole point. That's your transition.
And she will beat Sasha Banks to prove that the first time wasn't a fluke. Yeah.
Yeah, and then she's going to get smoked in another match.
Unless Sasha gets hurt again.
I think I think Willow needs to win a Stardom belt.
Yeah, why not?
I think you let her win like the mid tier one. What's it called? Wonder.
The Wonder Stardom, yeah.
Yeah,
Or the
let her win,
Artist.
or whichever. No, artist is
Yeah.
the trios belt, I think,
Yeah. World of Stardom is the main one.
and then Wonder is the next one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Or I don't know, have her go up against Mayu.
okay, yeah, you can let her win the NJPW. I would take that. Anyways, regardless, we're deviating from the point. This
Yeah.
match was solid. So far,
Yeah.
you've had 3 solid matches.
Yeah. And there were only, just to be completely true, there was only 5 matches on this card.
Yeah.
It was a very short card. So with that, we have our next match: Stars members Mayu Iwatani and Momo Kogo, who's again, and a returning Tam Nakano, which they made no fanfare about.
0. And she's on the card of Ring of Honor and nobody cared.
Yeah. Yeah. Against, though, I popped huge, you popped huge. They're up against a reunited Club Venus.
What That's huge, man, because this is like this is like your nostalgia from growing up as a kid, because when we started watching Stardom, this was like one of the teams.
The teams, yeah.
That was like one of the favorite teams. It was
Yeah.
like between, I would say it was between them and like Bella Mafia. What were they called?
Yeah, yeah. Donna Del Mondo.
Donna Del Mondo. Like that's so
Which we'll
funny.
get
Donna
into
Del
that.
Mondo.
We'll talk about that.
But that
Photo
to
you sent me
me,
a Tekla earlier today. We
yeah,
got to
yeah,
talk
yeah,
about
yeah,
that.
yeah. I think there might be a new team forming in Stardom, because
In
it seems
Stardom,
like
yeah.
I would really love that. Especially after all the BS that someone went through.
Yeah.
Anyways,
But let's talk about this match.
this
Iwatani
hold on,
was
we're not done talking about nostalgia.
okay. Let's talk
Okay,
about nostalgia.
we're
Let's
done
talk
talking about
about Zaya
nostalgia.
Brookside. Let's talk
We
about
heard the
Mariah May
music. It
and
was
Mira.
exciting. I haven't seen Mariah May or Zaya Brookside wrestle like this since Stardom.
Yeah, which has been over a year now.
And Mina looked like she had new life. Like it's like
Yeah,
you stole my gimmick. Like they took it away from the other companies, not those
yeah,
girls. Like they were a great team.
they were. Absolutely, they were.
And then didn't Mina end up with Megan Bain? Was that Mina or Micah?
Micah.
Okay. That's a good team too, actually.
Micah faced Megan Bain in this.
Yeah, in this.
Yeah. But yeah, but let's talk about Tam. She's always been one of my favorites in Stardom. She's always deserved a push, and right when she was getting that push, she got hurt. She was with was it Aphrodite she was part of, and then she got hurt. Both her and what's her name got hurt at the same time.
Yeah, it was her, Natsupoi, and then those other 2 girls.
Yeah, and they all got hurt, but Natsupoi's still out. And remember the last Stardom event we reviewed, she had that heartfelt promo about like not sure if she was coming back to wrestling and all that. So the fact that she's back on the first show in the US, this should have been massive.
She played like 4th or 5th fiddle out of 6 people in this match.
When she should have been probably
top 2,
but she should have been right behind Mayu. If Mayu's your champion.
What were the teams again?
So Mayu Iwatani and Momo Kogo and Tam Nakano against Mina
Sorry,
Shirakawa, Mariah May, and Zaya Brookside.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, she should have been second to her.
Yeah.
And Mina should be third, but it ended up
Momo.
Mina was first. Their pop was huge. No, do you know what's funny? And I don't want to be like, I'm not a huge fan anymore. Nobody cared about Mayu Iwatani. It was like the crowd was like, okay, whatever.
I'm over Mayu.
I think everybody is, because it's the same match every time.
Yeah,
it depends
over
who she's working with.
Over a year, she's had the belt. She's defended it 3 times.
Yeah, she's getting Roman Reigns booking. Someone made a post, okay? This is it. It was like 1,497 days, 43 title defenses, the greatest world champion of all time, Roman Reigns. I'm like, yeah, 43 defenses over what? 5 years of having the belt? How long did he have the belt for? Over 3 years?
Yeah, almost 4, yeah.
You only defended the belt 4 times, 5 times each year?
Over 4 years, actually. Was it 300 and was this at 1,300 and something?
And 90% of those wins were cheating.
Yeah.
So you didn't actually you can't call yourself the greatest champion. That's
And the
how
one
I
time
look
he
at it.
didn't defend the belt was in a tag match, him and Jimmy against Jay and was it Jay and somebody else?
Not Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens or
No,
Sami Zayn.
it was Roman and Solo against Jimmy and Jay.
Oh yeah, that's right. And
And
then
then
they did the turn.
then all of a sudden Jimmy's back in the bloodline. It's like, what the
And
hell is
now they
this?
got turned on again
Well,
by
we'll talk.
the no Pop Ranger.
The no pop ranger. But
Um,
let's go back to the match because this match was probably my favorite match on the card.
this was a fantastic match overall. You have six really
And
good
like you
wrestlers.
said, the breath of life that Mina Shirakawa had, like in her match, that had her team back together. It really, like, you could really
Their
feel the
chemistry there was stupid. Like
yeah,
absolutely stupid.
yeah,
I don't know the last time I've watched a women's match where, especially 3-on-3, where the
hmm
chemistry was so on point like that. They
yeah.
knew every spot where everyone was going to be. Even the opposing team was always in the right place. There was none of the little stutter steps that you get on NXT.
Nope.
And it was like just a flawless.
And we've seen a few Zaya Brookside matches in TNA, and
And
we've
she's
seen if
good, but
she's good, but nowhere on this level that she
no, and
performed on this
Mariah
show.
May is really good too on
Yeah.
AEW, but they don't. The way they let them wrestle in Japanese wrestling is so different. It's
hmm
so much faster and more fluid. And when the other women know exactly where you're going to be, it helps you do better,
Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely.
Like it doesn't help Mariah May to wrestle uh one of the Rebel twins or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
It You got to put her against Willow. That's where you're going to get a good match.
Yeah.
But when Jamie Hayter comes back, have a three-way match between her, Soraya, and Jamie Hayter, like
Yeah.
all British match, you know, like do something like
I'll
that.
take it. I'll take
Um,
it.
but yeah, this was a really fun match. Momo Kogo was really getting a push.
hmm
Momo Kogo was on
She's
so
also
many
one of the
shows
ones.
this week of
She's
this
one of the
thing.
ones. I think she's one of the ones they're putting their chips behind because she's staying with Star. She's one of the ones staying with Stardom.
She's one of the apparently one of the only like prospect type girls they're gonna have left after
Yeah.
this because Starlight Kid's already been around for a long time, so you can't really count her as like a up and
No.
coming prospect anymore.
Yeah.
Right? She's like your Braun Breaker. You already know what she is.
What you know what you're gonna expect with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's she's good though. If you see the amount of indie shows and like stuff that she appeared on this week of
Yeah. She was on a
WrestleMania, was she was
lot of
on
shows.
everything.
Yeah. She was on a lot of shows this weekend or last weekend, we should say. But
Yeah, well, where
and
we
same thing
are.
with Kogo. Kogo too was on a
That's
yeah.
what I was talking
Yeah.
about.
Sorry, Kogo. Yeah. But Tam, what I meant to say was Tam gets the win in this.
Yeah.
But let's talk about what happened after the match.
Talk about it.
Tony
Wait, hold on,
Storm?
hold on. Before Tony Storm. Tam needs to get it together.
Yeah.
She was their number one guy. Excuse
Yeah.
the turn of phrase. Like when she was, we were all about Julia. Julia
hmm
beat Shuri, and Mayu was now like in this weird place
Yeah.
because she lost to Kyrie, and you were like, okay, what's gonna happen? And then all of a sudden, Julia was not the number one guy anymore. Julia got
Yeah.
pushed down to strong, and Tam was now the boss,
Yeah.
the
She was the
final
one going
boss,
after
and
the
she
World of
all
Wonder Stardom.
everything was behind her. Every single thing was behind her, pushing her. And then apparently she's really shit in the locker room, though. That's something that came
Uh,
out. But the injury screwed her over. Anyways, talk about Tony Storm.
so Tony Storm shows up after the match, gives Mariah May like flowers and all that. And then we have a little stare down between Shirakawa and Tony Storm. Maybe hinting at a possible match at Forbidden Door because she mentioned this Forbidden Door always stays open. Could we
There's
be getting a Stardom, New Japan, and
Mariah May showed up at the end of the Ring of Honor
mm-hmm.
for Mina Shirakawa.
Kawa? Yeah.
And then Mina also showed up on Dynamite
Mm-hmm.
for Mariah May's match. So
Yes.
I think there's going to be a fight over Mariah
And
May.
May. I'll take it.
Oh, Mina
Shirakawa versus
Shirakawa versus Tony Storm.
Storm?
Are
Yeah.
you
What's there not to
stupid?
take over there?
Oh my gosh.
What is there not to
That's
take over?
dream booking.
Yeah. Which I think that's what's going to lead to at Forbidden Door. So,
And I'm really happy for that. And also, I don't know if you noticed this, but as soon as all of this started to happen, who all of a sudden just disappeared.
Oh, what's her name?
Zaya
Uh,
Brookside
I,
disappeared, and I
yeah,
think it's something to do with TNA
TNA.
wrestlers not allowed to be with AEW wrestlers on at the same time.
Well, they were in the match,
But that's because it's Stardom booked it as a Stardom match where they were the
whereas this is pushing an AEW storyline.
yeah, right? That match was based on their team, their former team being
Yeah,
together.
makes sense, makes sense. But it was fun nonetheless. With that, we are going to our main event. Short little show, like I said. Micah defending the World of Stardom Championship against Megan Bayne. And what a great match this was, too.
This is why I said uh so I think you should write down the last match and there's a
Mm-hmm.
new category. We'll say multi-women match, so it could be a tag match or a trios, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That match should be there, and I think this match should already be on the running for female match of the year or women's match of the year because my God, this match was
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
The storytelling in this is like I don't know. eh, Stardom matches are good and long, but it's rare that you get one with like super strong storytelling of like two people, like someone overcoming a
Yeah.
giant. And there's
Yeah. Because Megan Bayne she overshadows them like there's no tomorrow.
a Samoan drop spot, which I don't even know if we talked
She
about this.
lifted and then,
She lifted her up and then
yeah.
held her behind and
And
then
then did
dropped
this.
her.
Yeah. Yeah. There's,
Sick.
and Timmy right now, he's looking up the height difference between the two. So Megan Bayne is 5'11" and Micah is only at 5'4".
And what's the weight difference between them? It must be like a decent
Mike
amount.
Micah actually is not that. She's billed at 143 pounds. Megan Bayne is about 190. So,
Megan Bayne is like a really, really big girl, and she's muscular too.
mhm.
Like her strength level is crazy. A lot of the strength spots she did are non-assisted. It's her
Yeah,
having
doing.
already to be holding you in the air and then
Hmm.
to continue lifting, not like a jump off the ground or something.
Yeah,
But I just thought the ring work here was so good. The storytelling was so good. This is two like wrestlers, one in their prime right now and one entering like starting to reach their potential of where they
yeah.
should
Starting
be.
to see their potential there, what they
And
could be.
it's like, oh my God. And then to the finish was a blue thunder bomb
Hmm.
off the top rope.
Yeah, she was able to lift her off the, like,
That was oh, I thought Megan Bayne was gonna die.
yeah.
Oh no,
But
was
that's
it
the
a
thing,
blue thunder bomb or a Michinoku driver?
Michinoku driver.
Michinoku driver, sorry.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. Like, Megan Bayne, the potential is there, and she's ready for that push. But where does she fit in right now on the AEW roster?
I don't know because they're not. I don't even think she's with them anymore. I think the contract expired. I
Really?
don't know. I don't know anything for sure. We can get a Timmy situation, but what I do know is it's going to be. I'm worried that it'll be another Mariah May, where it's like you keep putting them on weekly TV in these matches where the other person doesn't have that go that they have coming from Japan, and then the matches just feel off. I want Mariah May versus Deonna Purrazzo and Sasha Banks and Willow and these girls. I don't want to see her fight Anna Jay. I don't want to see her fight Sky Blue. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Megan Bayne versus Sky Blue is irrelevant. You're just gonna have one girl that knows what she's doing, waiting for the other girl to be where she's supposed to be.
So she's still under AEW contract until November.
Okay. So I'm assuming
And she
she's
was
gonna
on
make some.
loan to Stardom.
I would assume at some kind of pay per view during a women's match, she's gonna show up and be like beast mode and just crush somebody, and then
I
walk
want
away.
to, if anything, start her off in Ring of Honor, have her crush Athena.
Yeah.
Like,
I
as much as I love Athena and how well she's doing now compared to her WWE run, I think losing the belt now won't hurt her.
I think you should have her. If you do that storyline, you should have it be like after a title match where Athena wins, Megan Bayne like absolutely crushes her, and then we find out Megan Bayne okay, she's come from Japan. And then,
Yeah.
oh, she's working with Sheeta. And then Sheeta wins the belt. Megan Bayne doesn't win the belt, but Megan Bayne
Okay.
is now with Sheeta as like her bodyguard or something, you know?
Kind of like a China situation or something.
Yeah, right. Or I think that it just, you have to do something like that because you can't immediately belt her.
Yeah.
I would let her smash everybody. Or maybe you have her come in and
But
destroy
see,
Billy Starks and take the belt off her.
yeah, but see, this is what I was afraid of when they signed Perazzo. Pariah's disappeared.
Well, she's probably wrestling on Collision, which nobody watches.
But you know what I mean? Like, they bring her in with such fanfare and then disappear.
Yeah.
I've like an off topic here. I find AEW right now is very much WCW 2000.
No, not WCW 2000. It's like WCW 1998.
The
It's
overbooking, the
it's
over.
we've reached the point of like we're past the NWO being wicked and we're in like this weird place where it's like just becoming too much.
The start of the Vince Russo era.
Yeah, it's like I love the jokes that people make, okay? So this is one I caught a lot of people making. This is so side note.
Mm.
Oh, AEW is turning into WCW when they had Vince Russo. Yeah, like WWF had Vince Russo too, and he did the same dumb shit in
Yeah.
WWF. That's why they were losing the Monday Night Wars. You
Yeah.
jerk. And now you own WCW, you jerk.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm just being an
Back
idiot.
to the match.
Back to the match. I just think that
Yeah.
it's
And clearly they're putting their chips behind Micah because Micah is one of the ones staying as
I
well.
thought Megan Bayne was gonna win.
You really think so?
I thought they were gonna do it. I really did because it was the right storyline. It was me
Yeah.
against my friend. We've built up this thing, and like,
We were on the same team.
and it's my turn to be the champion.
Yeah. But all in all, fun little show. I hope they do another American show.
American show, daddy.
American show that another American dream, you see with the. But what would you score this show?
I don't know. You score it.
I mean, for what it was, I gave it a 7.5. I had fun. The matches were good. And as much as we say Stardom shows are a little bit too long, I would have loved to see, especially for their first show in the US, have a couple more belts on the line.
I would have
Maybe a
liked
couple extra matches.
at least one more singles match. I would have liked.
At least a belt match. I think Iwatani should have defended the belt on this show.
Of course they can't. They can't do that. She can't
Why?
defend belts because she sucks. I don't know. I would give it, and this is I'll give it a 7.6 because I
Okay.
think from start to finish the show is fun. It's good, but like you said, it's missing any sort of stakes.
Mm-hmm.
And it did need to be longer because it picks up steam, and then it's over, and you're left with this like, okay, I needed more of that.
Yeah.
One more match would have been perfect.
Yeah.
Right before the main event. You should have had the Wonder of Stardom on the line or something. That maybe a tag
The
match
artist,
for the tag
yeah.
belts. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, all in all, though, it was a decent show. It was fun.
Oh,
I enjoyed it.
you're right, actually. You know what? You should have changed that trios match, put someone else in, and made the co-main event
As
with
the artist.
Iwatani against
the trios champion.
no.
Iwatani is and I don't know,
and
someone else.
Someone, yeah, a girl.
Yeah. Anybody to beat her.
Yeah, who else could there be? Natsupoi comes back and wins the title. And then
take Tam Nakano,
gets mad.
put another random in that match, take Tam Nakano out of that match, and
to have two randoms.
Yeah.
No, you know what they should have did? They should have took the remnants of Donna Del Mundo.
Tekla and
Tekla and the other girl, which I can't think of the name.
I can't remember her name.
And put them with Momo Kogo.
Or Masha Slamovich.
Ooh. Do you want to talk about it?
We'll talk about that real quick. I saw the post and you sent it to me too. They even made a caption. It said something about new Donna or new Stardom or something like that. And it showed
it was like the stars are here.
The stars are here, exactly. And it was a picture of Tekla and Masha Slamovich. As much as I loved Masha and Killer Kelly together, Tekla and Masha would be an absolute monster team.
And I think that Masha was unfairly treated in
TNA
because she was their best wrestler. Period. Period. Like not even
close. Yeah, when she made the men's Pro Wrestling Illustrated list.
Yeah, she also won the GCW title, didn't she? I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
Yeah, she had 7 belts at one time.
Yeah, they need to. I mean, put them as if this happens, which I hope it does, make them a tag team and have them dominate the tag and hold on to the tag titles for so long.
And
super long.
what's Cosmic Angels reunite and finally have them beat them or something.
Go on like over a year-long run, have them beat them, cause a breakup story, have her fight her, have one of them win the belt, and then lead up to a story where they fight each other for that belt after.
Oh yeah.
We're bookers.
That's a 2-year storyline right there. 2-year storyline.
I gave it to you, Stardom, for free.
Yeah. And you don't even need to go to Hat Guy anymore.
No Hat Guy.
No Hat Guy. So speaking of Hat Guy, tune in tomorrow. We'll have our NXT review. The reason why we're talking about him is because he'll make an appearance at NXT, but we'll talk about why. So make sure you tune in tomorrow for that, our final review of the week, our final review of this whole WrestleMania week. So with that out of the way, guys, thanks again for joining us. Make sure you ring that bell for notification. And in the words of Kenny Omega, goodbye. Hang good.